Alright, so we're looking at Abby's December 2013 athlete analysis. We're going to see her here in full speed, and then we're going to see her again at half speed. And, you know, honestly, she has a pretty decent form. There's definitely some things that we're going to change, but it's definitely not that bad. If we watch her as she takes off here from dead start, she's got her arm in a 90-degree angle, which is what she should have. She's got it a little bit inside of her body, which we want to get it kind of outside on more of a hip-to-pocket kind of motion. And she's got some separation of the arms, like if you see the left arm, how it's separated from the body. We want to have it to stay in that 90-degree angle, but also go up to the eye, come back down through the hip area, and then back up to the pocket area. So with her arms just a little bit more outside, and then more connected, the elbows staying more connected to the body. Other than that, we'll notice in the next frame that she's moving her head around quite a bit, but that's really all we kind of saw with the upper body. As we take her forward here, you'll notice if you watch her head, she'll start kind of moving it side to side and kind of cocking it. And you see how she's kind of got her head leaned over her right shoulder. And her left hand, again, you can see there how it's like on the inside of her shoulder. We need that to get out a little bit more up, and then straighten her head up. She has slight shoulder turn problems where she's bringing her right shoulder over her left and left over the right, but it's very, very vague. I mean, I'm really just kind of being nitpicky at this point with some of those things, but we'll definitely address these things with her and work on it to have her be a little bit more fluid with the upper body. As we go down, you'll notice that she has a really low, shallow knee drive, and that's one of the reasons why she's kind of relatively slow, is that she's not really getting maximum distance on each stride. So she has kind of a short, choppy stride, which means that you have to turn your legs over really fast, which she does not do. So you take the fact that she doesn't turn her legs over and her short, choppy stride, and that's where you get a lot of her speed issues from. So we're going to help her try to move her feet quicker, and also maximize her stride by driving her knee up and making that more effective. Going forward, you'll see we're going to look at her, how she strikes the ground. Her foot is relatively straight. We don't really have any angle issues with her, but you'll notice how she's striking on her heel. That's a no-no. We need to get her to drive her knee up to optimal height. She's going to have her toe pointed up as she drives her knee up, and as she strikes down, she's going to strike on the ball of her foot, and then she will push through with the back kick and drive all the way through it. So long story short, she's just striking on her heel, which is going to could cause some injury stuff in the future, but it's definitely slowing her down. So we're going to teach her the correct way to use her feet when she's running. We're going to go now to her vertical. She scored a 9-inch on her vertical, and I told you that these few things are very important. Power equals speed. So we need to see her vertical right here go up, and we also need to see her standing broad jump and her 10-yard time go down in order for her speed to increase. She definitely didn't use a very good technique there, but we'll show her how to do that. Standing broad jump, same thing. Power, it just shows how explosive you are as an athlete as far as being able to explode out from one motion. And she jumped, I think, a 3.4, and that should be in the 4s. Her lateral speed was 11 reps of 5 yards at 30 seconds. And you can see her technique is she's got her hands together. She's standing up almost completely straight and kind of hopping more than sliding. So this is going to make her very, very slow moving laterally. So we're going to work on that as well. Now we're going to take a look at her scores. And this just gives us a baseline so we can see where she's at in the future. 14 push-ups, her one-legged squats, you'll notice there. With 26, she had pretty good balance, but just her strength we need to work on. And then, of course, like I told you, the vertical, standing broad jump, the 10-yard times are the main things that we're going to need to focus on right away to help her increase her speed. So we're going to do a lot of plyometric work, a lot of resistance training, and then, of course, we're going to work on her form. One big thing, too, we want her to continue to work on is her stretching. We'll show her how to do that, and she'll need to execute some of that at home.